Hello and welcome back to TST. If you're new to the channel, tap on the subscription button and press the notification bell so you can receive news and updates that you can rely on daily. Attorney General, quote-unquote, tipped his hand on potential John Durham indictments. Fox News legal analyst Greg Jarrett said Attorney General William Barr, quote-unquote, tipped his hand in relation to the Justice Department review of the Russia investigation. After Fox News host Sean Hannity asked how there have not been any indictments yet, Jarrett said Barr's interview last week provided insight into what charges U.S. Attorney John Durham could bring against current or former federal law enforcement and intelligence officials in his criminal investigation. Take a watch.
We have massive developments in the quest for equal justice under the law. On Friday, the DOJ declassified key footnotes from the IG's FISA report. It reveals even more deep state abuse of power and Russian disinformation in Steele's work. For example, footnote 350, we learned that the Crossfire Hurricane team was informed that some of the Steele's reporting was found to be, quote, part of a Russian disinformation campaign to denigrate U.S. foreign relations. Here with reaction, Fox News investigative reporter Sarah Carter, along with Fox News legal analyst, author of the bestseller about this, Greg Jarrett. Sarah, you go right to the heart of this. What did Ron Johnson and Senator Grassley say? Yeah, we did have Russian disinformation and election interference. It was on behalf of Hillary Clinton because the Russians fed it to Christopher Steele and nobody checked it.
Right. And what was absolutely so stunning, Sean, is that what Grassley and Senator Johnson did, both these senators, was give that up to the American public, say this is information that the American public must have. And what it revealed was that senior level officials in the FBI and in the intelligence community, that's former FBI Director Comey, John Brennan with the CIA, James Clapper, they knew this. They knew this when they briefed President Trump in January 2017 on that dossier. Remember that briefing that they gave him, that private briefing? They already knew that a number of the information that was in Christopher Steele's dossier was disinformation. And they did so that they can get a news hook, so that they could then leak it to CNN and others. It was incredible.
Greg, from the legal side, Sean Hannity premeditated fraud and I lied on my tax return, which I'd never do. That would be dumb. I think I'd go to jail. They knew it was lies. They continued with the lies. They put their signature on the lies. That would be Comey and 3 times, and let's see, Yates, and even Rod Rosenstein, and let's see, who else? McCabe.
Comey and his Confederates knew all along that this was nothing but Russian disinformation. I wrote in both my books, classic Russian disinformation. But Comey and others at the FBI hid this from the American people, from Congress. They deceived the FISA court. Instead of shutting down the probe and telling the truth, they concealed this information. And they hid it. They escalated their
how do we not have an indictment
of President Trump and lied to the court. Well,
how do we not have an indictment?
Who tipped his... Because Bill Barr tipped his hand in an interview with Fox News just the other day. He said, this is more than mistakes and sloppiness. This was sabotage against the president. I don't think he would have said that unless he was briefed about the evidence gathered by John Durham. So potentially you're looking at abuse of power, deprivation of rights under color of law, fraud, perjury, and false statements.
Can we please have equal justice?
Absolutely, and this is why it's a criminal
probe. 3 years in coming, but I got to roll.
During an interview with Fox News host Laura Ingraham, Barr argued that President Trump had every right to be upset with the FBI counterintelligence investigation, which was later wrapped into Robert Mueller's special counsel investigation. Claiming that what happened to Trump was one of the greatest travesties in American history, Barr said, without any basis, they started this investigation of his campaign. And even more concerning, actually, is what happened after the campaign. A whole pattern of events while he was president to sabotage the presidency, or at least have the effect of sabotaging the presidency. My own view is that the evidence shows that we're not dealing with just mistakes or sloppiness, the Attorney General said. There's something far more troubling here, and we're going to get to the bottom of it. And if people broke the law, and we can establish that with the evidence, they will be prosecuted, he said. Barr broke with DOJ Inspector General Michael Horowitz, who said in a report released late last year that his own investigation found the FBI properly opened its counterintelligence investigation, known as Crossfire Hurricane, into potential ties between the Kremlin and Trump campaign in the summer of 2016. Dubbed a witch hunt by Trump and his allies, Mueller's team did not find a criminal conspiracy between the Trump team and Russia, but did lay out possible instances of obstruction of justice that were seized on by Democrats last spring. Democrats have also criticized what is now Durham's criminal investigation as a politically motivated scheme to undermine the work of Mueller and attack Trump's perceived enemies. Sources in a Wall Street Journal report earlier this month said Durham is increasingly focused on former CIA Director John Brennan and drove to Washington to make sure the investigation stayed on track during the coronavirus outbreak.
Share your thoughts and responses in the comments down below. If you've liked this report, let us know by tapping that like button down below, share the news among friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more news and updates on TST. I'm David Ravine, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, stay home, stay healthy, and stay safe.